welcome to our exhibition of Sue Dunkley, who was born in 1942 in Leicester, but soon afterwards her parents, who were publicans by trade, moved to Birmingham to various pubs that they owned. And so in late 1959, Sue Dunkley went to Corsham Court, to the art school there, before moving on to Chelsea and the Slade. And in 1965, Bill Coldstream, who was the director of the Slade, suggested she went and taught at Wimbledon. And that's really where her career as an artist takes off. In many ways, she's a sort of been forgotten as an English pop artist, which was slightly to do with the fact that she got in the early 70s, her marriage was going on the rocks, and she basically stopped painting at that stage as a pop artist and hid them all away, and later became a sort of more traditional, very beautiful landscape artist. The last painting in the show is really has the story of the breakdown. It's Simon Signoret, Yves Montand, and Marilyn Monroe. It's from a screenshot from the film Let's Make Love in 1961. Now, you're right, these three bits don't appear in the photograph, but she's probably taken the blue for male and the fact that he is having an affair, does have an affair with her, and Simon Signoret is absolutely furious at this ménage à trois, and you can see her eyes, which are slightly, the painting could be based on Sue Dunkley herself, boring into him with hatred, and his complete avoidance of anything to do with this, the whole sort of sexual tension between Marilyn and Eve. Now, most of her subject matter comes as from that, from Life magazine or other family photographs. So, but I'm not absolutely sure where the two Gilbert and Georges came from, but so we have two Gilbert and George, and then there seems to be a sort of slight obsession with the Kennedys. So we have here a painting of Jack Kennedy, and this, although the hair color is wrong, this could easily be Sue Dunkley herself. This girl, I think it could be Christine Keeler. Other people think it could be his secretary, who was one of his ongoing mistresses. Then we have this portrait of his brother Robert Kennedy, which comes from a Life magazine cover, with a portrait of Jack behind him and Edward here. So then Sirhan, who was the person who assassinated Bobby Kennedy. This is him going into the kitchen, about to assassinate him, Bobby Kennedy. And this one is Sirhan being captured immediately after the assassination. This portrait which is a sort of large self-portrait, comes from a photograph of a tea party. She calls it Bath, but it's actually in Richmond. Maybe Bath is going back to a reference to Corsham Court. Then we have this rather intriguing painting of two girls. Now, there's a sort of innocence to it. You feel it's their sort of, could be their debutante on the beach in their bikinis. There's sort of nervousness of where their hands are. Then other people think that they're mannequins because of this and this. Somebody said, well, they can't be because there's a wedding ring, but in England, the wedding ring is on the left hand, not the right hand. So there's a sort of, you can feel her holding her hand here, and this hand sort of nervously fidgeting with the strap of her bikini top. There are a few, there are a handful of pastels too, but basically it's a very strong show of an artist who should be much better known. And in the time in the 60s, she did, when she showed, she was friends with Donald Sutherland, Julie Christie, Salman Rushdie, Harold Pinter, as well as Seamus Heaney, all of whom owned works by her at that time. So hopefully this will be put her back on the map where she should belong. As this exhibition is going to be on until the end of October, I hope you'll all have a chance to come and see it. The next week, Frieze Week, all the Cork Street galleries will be open on Thursday, the 12th, until 8 o'clock at night, which will give you a better chance.